Hello everyone, I'm Masa. Today I'm gonna make Flounder, hirame. I will talk about overview of how to fillet flounder and make sushi, and trivia about flounder sushi. Now let's begin. First, I will tell you how to distinguish between farmed and wild flounder. If you look at this backside and it is pure white, it is wild flounder. If it is not white, it is a farmed flounder. It seems that the parents on farmed flounder are caused by stress. Flounder is a little slimy like this, so I start from washing flounder's skin. I use tawashi, a scrubbing brush, and rub both sides. By doing this, it is easier to fillet the flounder. And it also has the effect of removing strong smells. After washing, I remove the fin to make it easier to remove scales later. I don't think a professional sushi chef would do this, but I think this is easier for an amateur like me. Next, I use this Japanese knife, Yanagiba Bocho. If you don't have one, it is okay. I use knife technique to thinly slice off scales, we call tsukibiki. I move knife in a big sewing motion. I think the key to do tsukibiki well is to use a sharp knife and to make sure the angle of the knife isn't too downward. Once I have finished, some of the scales may not have been completely removed, but don't worry about it. I do the same on the back side. It is okay if some of the scales remain because I will be removing the skin later. Once I have removed most of the scales from both sides, next I cut off the head in hemisphere shape. Here the guts are right below, so don't push hard and cut. There is a backbone here, so I push it in and cut. I do the back side in the same way. Then pull gut and head apart from the body. This is nigadama. Don't cut this off. Next, I wash the blood. Using a toothbrush to scrub the blood will remove it easily. If most of the blood is gone, it is okay. Be sure to wipe off any moisture from the flounder and cutting board after washing. Otherwise, bacteria will increase. Now I will fillet flounder. Unlike other fish, I cut it into 5 pieces, we call gomaiyoroshi. Before fillet flounder, I cut tail fin off first. Can you see this bone? This is backbone, sebone. Now I run the knife above this bone. I cut by filling the bone. Now I run the knife gently along the lip to detach the meat from the bone. Then I cut the skin off the end of the flounder. First fillet is done. Now I will do the same way. It is good to move your knife from top to bottom, not from bottom to top. Second fillet is done. Ideally, there should be no meat left on the bone. Flip it around and repeat same thing. This is more difficult to fillet because the backside meat is thinner than the front one. Now third fillet is done. Last, repeat same thing. Fourth fillet is done. As you can see, I have divided flounder into 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gomai oroshi is done. This is flounder saku sashimi block. First, I remove this belly bone. Next, I cut this fin. We call engawa. Engawa is a rare cut that can only be obtained in small quantities from one flounder. It is rich in fat and very delicious. And I need to peel off the skin. I slide the knife by pulling the skin with my hand. If the knife isn't wet, it will be difficult to remove the skin. This is good. I do the same way with engawa. Engawa is ready to be eaten. Before I cut for sushi, I will show you more delicious way. I use kombu seaweed with about the same size as flounder saku. I make Kobujime, Japanese traditional way. I explain this in more details in another video. Please check it out. Now look at this. When these gooey things come out, it is a sign that umami flavor of kombu soaked in. Then I cut for sushi. Now let's make sushi. As I said before, Kobujime goes well with the citrus fruits. Today I use yuzu. In Japanese sushi restaurant, flounder is often the first sushi to be served in Omakase Course. This is because flounder has a light flavor. If you eat fatty sushi first, the fat will remain in your mouth and dull your sense of taste. So sushi chefs take this into consideration and often serve flounder first. It is interesting, isn't it? If you consider the order in which the sushi is served in Omakase Course, you might find the sushi taste even better. So that's all, thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, thumbs up and subscribe to my channel would be greatly appreciated. ありがとう!